1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins and Trevor.
Sure.
So I would say 60%.
60% you think is cash, liquid cash as we would call it. That's another one we missed, didn't we? Cash, the money. Well, no, it's not actually. It's even just under 3% of the money supply, which is not a lot, is it really? And indeed, nowadays, a lot of people are concerned, it seems, that the government or consecutive governments want to almost do away with cash money. If you think about it, we use our cards far more, payment cards, debit cards, credit cards, far more than we ever used to. So probably there's not many people left, if you like, who just operate in cash. And sometimes with good reason, because banks used to have and still do have deliveries of cash by cash vans, which probably is still a security risk for their staff and things like that, for the van drivers. So I think a lot of companies like to operate in not in cash. They would rather pay you your salary by bank transfer on your payday and things like that. So there's nothing particularly visible about that, except it's a computer entry. And it is all those computer entries which really make up the bulk of the money supply. Now, the people who make money, most of all, who create money, are the banks, because they can simply, if somebody goes in for a loan or a mortgage or whatever, they can simply open up an account and put a debit entry. That means you take money out of it into that account, and you pass the credit entry for the loan or the mortgage into that person's current account, say, or a particular account. So out of nowhere, they've created, let's say it's a mortgage of £100,000. They've created £100,000 into the money supply, which actually came from nowhere. They simply got a debit entry in their books. So, and that process, if you like, makes up the vast majority of the money supply. It's called the money supply. And as I say, probably most people, I used to work in finance, so I'm a bit more aware of it, but most people would think of money as cash, and it's the tangible end of what is otherwise a computerized system. And before we had the computers, banks used to have, by all accounts, great big ledgers, heavy books, and every customer had their own page or pages. And every time they paid some money in, it was written in, Mr. Bloggs paid in £30 to his account, and they put it onto his balance. And every customer was treated in that way. If they took money out, the same thing applied. And going back a long time, when countries used to operate what they called the gold standard, so they had to operate, certainly for their cash money, they couldn't issue more cash money than there was gold in their reserves. And for probably 100 years or so, from about 1870, for about 100 years, it was the gold standard. So a bank couldn't, and a country couldn't have more money in its money supply than they had gold as an asset. I think the USA abandoned their gold standard, and probably we did as well, in about 1971. So it was 100 years. And then they took on what's called the fiat, like the old car, the fiat standard system, which was really
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon. Hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Cuz does. And fund the aim of everything Cuz does.